I called off my wedding on my introduction day. A lot of you might be wondering, oh, why did you do this? Here is what happened. So I've been dating this guy for a couple of years, should I say 2.5 years. And the day he took me to go and see his mother, there was something that she did. Initially, when she acted that way, I overlooked it. Now on that day, after I greeted the mother and we got talking, after she asked me some questions, she also said, which church do you attend? She first asked me my religion. I told her I'm a Christian. She said, oh, that's very good. And she asked me, she asked me, which church do you attend? I said, I attend Pentecostal church. For the sake of this story, I'm not going to call the name of my church, but I just told her. Then this one was like, why? That's not the original church. And that's not the first church. I'm like, Mama, what do you mean? She said, no, that's Catholicism, Catholic, they are the original Christians, they are the first church. No offense to Catholic, but this is what happened, right? Now, and I'm like, what she was saying wasn't making sense to me, but I just allowed her to speak. She was like, and the only way that she can tell if I'm a real Christian is if I convert from my Pentecostal to Catholic church, because there's nobody in her family. All of our children were all raised in Catholic church, and our other children's wives converted from whatever religion that they were worshiping before they married their son to Catholic. So if I want her to accept me into the family, if I want to make her happy, I will have to move from my Pentecostal church to Catholic church. I did not have a problem with it. Right from that day, after the visit to the woman, that's my mother-in-law to be, I started following my boyfriend to his Catholic church. Now everything was going fine. Our relationship was going great. He introduced me to other of his siblings, and vice versa. And the date for our introduction was set. Now on the day came, the time came, they did everything for the introduction and everything was going fine. So when they were leaving, I decided to just follow my boyfriend to his family house and just to marry with them. I don't know what's in my mouth. And just to marry with them, right? Now, when I was sitting in the living room, we were drinking and we were talking, his mother came and gave me like food. She was like, hey, welcome. She more of like a welcome to the family kind of thing that she did. Not that she was saying it directly, but through her statement, the way she was talking, she was just like telling me welcome to the family and stuff like that. Then there's a statement that this woman made that made me call off my wedding. She said, when she was finished saying her thing, she was not praying for me. She said, God will give you many children. You born safely like a Hebrew woman, and when it's time to born, you're not born through CS, because there's nobody in our family that's given birth through CS. So since nobody in our family history has given birth through CS, yours will not be the same. I said amen. But after that prayers, that thing that woman said was not ringing in my memory. Nobody has born through CS in the family, and yours will not be different. You born through the normal way. So one thing about woman now, once you start to think of like this, I don't know what that is me, but I don't know if it happens to other women, but it happens to me, right? Once you start to think of like this, I was just thinking that thing. So I decided to ask my boyfriend. I said, as my husband to be, I said, your mother prayed for me and she said something that there's nobody in your family that has ever given birth through CS and my case won't be different. He said, yeah, that has been their family history. I was like, okay, what if I happen to give birth through CS? What will happen? He said, I will not give birth through CS. I say, no, I'm not saying I will, but what if we find ourselves in a situation where it is between life and death, and I have to birth the baby through CS? Is it that I will not birth the baby? He said I should. So let's stop talking like that now. You will not give birth through CS. You give birth through the normal way. I mean, that has been our family history. I said, yeah, I know it has been your family history, but what if? Let's just paint a picture hypothetically, right? What if something like this happened to me? What are you going to do? He said, that would be a difficult thing for him to do. He doesn't know. I mean, since that never happened in his family, he doesn't think he will allow me give birth through CS. That we have to give birth through the normal way. I say, you say what? He said, yes. Now, why should I birth baby through CS when it has never happened in their family? Like, if his mother can birth all his 6 siblings plus him 7 through the normal way, my case shouldn't be different. I mean, am I a lazy girl? There's only lazy women that birth babies through CS, so he's not gonna allow it. I was like, you say what? He said, yeah. Why are we even having this discussion? That I should not worry, that CS is not an option for me. I'm going to birth my baby through the normal way. So with the way this guy was talking, I could tell that this guy is an ignorant person, right? Because I didn't want us to have a problem that day, I just allowed everything to die down. I was like, okay, let me give this guy a couple of days. And I did. I tried to have the same conversation with him, and he repeated the same thing. He was hell-bent on me giving birth through the normal way, that God forbid that God do not allow me to give birth through CS, that it's only lazy women that do that. More of like it was forbidden to him, like it was an eyesore to his ear. He doesn't want to hear it. I'm like, okay, what if it's life and death, and doctor tells you that the only way they can save me is for me to birth through CS? So like, he doesn't know what he's going to do. Long story short, everything I could get, his message, his answer was, I'm not going to allow you to do that on top of my own body. That was how I terminated I said what time. That's how I cancelled rather the wedding with this guy. Because when his mother said that thing on our introduction day, there was a part of me that was like, walk away from this. But I didn't just want to jump into conclusion. I wanted to have a discussion with him. I wanted to see how he thinks, his perspective. So apparently, him and his mother and almost everybody in his family thinks like that. From that day, I told this guy that I'm not going to interested in a relationship. He thought I was joking. I said, no, I'm no longer interested. I was like, why? Is this, and it's not a big deal now. Why am I wishing myself bad luck? I said, I'm not wishing myself bad luck. I'm just trying to have. So are you saying that a woman that births baby through CS are not strong enough or what? He said, no. It's like it's forbidding their family. And I said, I'm sorry. I cannot go to a family where they think a woman birthing baby through CS is wrong. Now, so I thought I don't marry again. No. He thought it was a joke, but as he saw I was serious, he started taking it serious. Long story short, his family started calling me about it, started calling me wicked, that I'm wishing myself evil. Why should I break up with their son because of ordinary or something like that? Besides, if his mother and other women in their family can birth normal, why should I be thinking I will birth 2 years? And I'm telling them no. But what if something like that were to happen? That means your son will allow me to go and meet my ancestors. That your son will allow me to die because he doesn't want me to be like, he doesn't want me to break the circle of women burning through the normal way in your family. Your son will allow me to die. Do you get what I mean? So his family has been insulting me, telling me that, I'm ungrateful, this, that. And if I knew I wasn't going to marry their son, why did I allow him to come and do introduction? Yada yada. Why did I not just walk away? Can you guys imagine? Now I'm here asking myself, did I make the wrong decision? Because there's one thing about emotions. Sometimes when you use your brain to decide something, emotions can be tricky. There's something inside of me that wants to still give it a try, but my brain is telling me, baby girl, don't try it. And I even spoke to some of my friends and they told me that I should better walk away now, because this one that the guy's mother have told me, and the guy has somehow affirmed that what his mother said, that is what it is. I think I just walk out come out. But what do you guys think? Did I go too far for breaking up with him and not continuing the marital ceremony because of what his mother said and because of the family beliefs? Or do you think I should have continued the marriage and be optimistic? Probably I might birth the normal way. Please, what are your thoughts? This is not my story, guys. I came across it on the internet and I decided to share. But what are your thoughts? Do you think she did too much for breaking up with the guy, for canceling the marriage because of their family beliefs? Or do you think she did the right thing by walking away now that it is early? Please let me know what you think in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for listening, and I'll see you in the next one.